She didn't lose control, she didn't brake, she drove straight into a wall at 100 miles an hour. This is Darren's Case Files. And this is the story of Mackenzieshirilla, a teenage driver, a high-speed crash, and a question that would divide investigators, the courtroom, and the public. Was this a tragic accident or something far more deliberate? Strongsville, Ohio in the US. They'd been out partying and it's time to get going, it's late, it's quiet. The kind of suburban stillness where nothing ever really happens. Inside a car moving through those calm streets are three people. Mackenzieshirilla, just 17, Dominic Russo, her boyfriend, he's 20, and Davion Flanagan, 19. They're friends, they're young, alive in that way only people their age are, where everything still feels ahead of you, there's no emergency, no one chasing them, no visible threat, just a normal drive, right? But what nobody in that car knows is that within moments, everything is going to collapse into a single, irreversible decision. There's no warning, no argument. At some point during that drive, something changes. We don't hear it, we don't see it, but the car begins to accelerate. At first it's quite subtle. Suburban streets, 20 miles an hour, then 30 miles an hour. Then it becomes a bit more noticeable and a bit more aggressive. The kind of speed that doesn't belong on a quiet suburban road. The engine pushes harder, the road starts disappearing faster beneath them, and inside the car, there's no sign of correction, no hesitation, just commitment. What makes this moment different is what doesn't happen. The speed climbs, 60 miles per hour, now 80 miles per hour, now close to 100 miles per hour, on a road not designed for anything close to that speed. And still, no braking, no swerving, no attempt to slow down. The car is moving in a straight, controlled line. Ahead of them, a commercial building, brick, solid, unmoving. At this point though, any driver would react. Instinct would take over. But here, there is no instinct. There is only forward motion. And then boom! The collision is violent. The car slams directly into the building. No angle, no deflection, just a full force head-on impact. Inside the vehicle, Dominic Russo and Davion Flanagan both are killed instantly. The force is catastrophic. The metal folds, glass explodes, everything stops immediately, except one thing. The one person at the center of it all lives. Mackenzieshirilla survives. Injured, but she's alive, pulled from the wreckage of a crash that should have killed everyone inside. And at first, that makes her the victim, a teenager in a devastating accident. But as investigators begin to examine the scene, things start to change. There's one detail that shouldn't be missing. Investigators look at the road. They expect to see something very specific. Skid marks, brake lines, any sign of last-second reaction. There's nothing. The road is clean, no braking, no attempt to avoid impact. And when they pull the vehicle data, it confirms something even more unsettling. The accelerator was engaged, speed was increasing, no brake input was recorded all the way to the moment of impact. At this point, the case changes completely. Prosecutors begin to build their argument. This wasn't reckless driving, this wasn't panic, this was control, deliberate, directed, intentional. They describe it in stark terms. She was driving a missile. The straight trajectory, the constant acceleration, the complete absence of evasive action. Everything points in one direction. But the defense pushes back hard. Of course they do. Because if they're right, this isn't murder, it's tragedy. They argue, she was a teenage driver. Something could have gone wrong. It could have been panic, it could have been confusion, or loss of control. And one key point here, she was injured too. Why would someone intentionally crash and risk their own life? Two versions of the same moment now exist. Only one can be true. The defense chose a bench trial, meaning no jury. Here's why and what happened. A bench trial is when a case is decided by a judge instead of a jury. No 12 people, no group discussion, just one person reviewing every single piece of evidence. And in cases like this, that changes everything, because a jury might react to emotion, the speed, the deaths, the shock of what's happened. But a judge? Judges focus on patterns. They focus on data, consistency, intent. Things like, was there braking? Was there steering? Did the behavior match panic or control? So when the defense chooses a bench trial, they're making kind of a calculated bet that logic will outweigh emotion. In this case, that bet didn't pay off. August 2023, no jury. A judge reviews everything. The data, the trajectory, the absence of braking, and makes a decision. Mackenzieshirilla is found guilty. 2 counts of murder, felonious assault. The court concludes this was not an accident. One moment now defines everything that comes next. The sentence: 15 years to life in prison. Parole eligibility after 15 years. 3 lives entered that car, only 1 walked away. Some people believe this was intentional. Others believe it was a tragic mistake. But the truth of this case comes down to a single frozen moment. A straight road, a fixed direction, and a decision to never touch the brakes. If you enjoy true crime, please follow for more. Until next time.